Doctors and researchers should have access too. How else can we put information towards helping people? And on that note, the database can also allow parents to seek effective, supportive services, such as counseling, and to mentally prepare. What would the point of the registry be otherwise?
Exactly. And if drug companies start getting access, are we going to open things up to other business as well?
No.
No.
Just consider this. Who would be accountable for the maintenance and security of all this data? Who would provide counseling services? Would the PBS be part of the system? Could it? How could we possibly afford all this? Would your taxes go up? Would mine? These are serious questions that need answers.
I really don't think it should be government handled. Your websites have had serious security flaws in the past. Wasn't it in 2005 that they had the whole thing with the tax records, where if you logged on to the same computer in the same browser, you were able to see the previous person's tax records? And this is serious health information. That's a big flaw. So we really need to think about this.
Miss Stewart, you're bringing up quite good valid points. And honestly, I can't speak to what happened in 2005, but what I can say is that we've learned a lot in these last 13 years. That's a long time. And I know there have been breaches recently in privatized institutions. Like just this year, in June of 2018, ABC was reporting about bank details, TFNs, personal and other personal details of job applicants stolen from places like Kohl's, and people were highly concerned. And also Singapore had their security hack of their health record. But you have to understand, these are private institutions and foreign institutions. And although we've had prior breaches, I think what we can do from all this is learn how to make our security better handled. And if we limit it to law enforcement, that would limit the amount of people to essentially judges or law enforcement individuals such as police officers who subpoena that information. And it would be just as secure as any other information in those databases already.
But isn't none of the online information that secure? There's always the risk of hacking.
That's true. That's why I'm saying if we're going to have it, although I don't think we really should, it should only be law enforcement.
But isn't this a breach of my right to privacy as well? Shouldn't I get to be able to choose who gets access to my genetic information?
Maybe the database can have different levels of access, which depend on the person's professions and needs. For example, GPs and hospitals will know any hereditary diseases or specific treatment requirements for a patient, while law enforcement can request warrants to access entire genomes and use them for DNA analysis. These different levels of access maintain the individual's right to privacy and preserve the utility of the genetic database.
That's actually a pretty decent point. I'm going to have to stop you all right there. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. We'll all just have to keep our eyes on the news and see if a registry for babies and their genetic information becomes our reality. Until next time, it has been Questions or Quacks. I'm your host,